But we're in a new and different time. I'll say more about that in a minute. But we need a politics that enables us to argue and debate over real issues that we spend real time on. Whatever you think about abortion or gay rights, I know no public official who ever has in the last 20 years spent more than 1% of his or her time on it. Maybe 2%, maybe the most ardent advocates 5%. But they became an enormous percent of our debate because they were labeling issues that served to draw distinctions that helped one side win elections or the other, but had very little to do with what we were doing all day, every day, those of us who were laboring in the vineyards of public life. So we need that. One hazard, I think, and I just want you to think about this, because if you do a 30-second ad, you can't, tell people that suppose you did a 30-second ad for the Bible, you couldn't tell people the story of the whole thing. And you'd certainly skip all the genealogy. So the question is, how can you do it and be completely honest? If you did one for the Torah, if you did one for the Quran, you have part of the Quran written when Muhammad was involved in his wars. It sounds like a bloodthirsty tract. And then in another part he said, Allah put different people on the earth, not that they would despise one another, but that they might come to know one another and love one another. How could you do an ad for it? That's the way politics is. And there's this constant pressure to convert three-dimensional people into two-dimensional cartoons and three-dimensional issues into two-dimensional cartoons. I see it all now that Hillary's running for president. Now I see people reprising the old. You're not supposed to be a political. I'm making a different point, but I thank you. I